This is currently one of my absolute favorite books. Full Circle by Jo Hassan. Um, isn't that a cool cover? Apparently they did it with sparklers. Uh, this book is one of the few books that I am reviewing that is not written by one of my clients. I met Jo at an event recently, and there were people at the event who had helped her during her journey of writing this book, and she had some books there to give them. She didn't know me, I didn't know her, and she said, you know what, I'm giving books to people that helped me during my journey, and I would really love you to have one too. And I just thought that was so amazing and so kind and so generous, and that spirit of generosity comes through in Jo's book. Now, what her book is about is that she talks about her life. She's had a very interesting life. How she ended up from England to Australia, married to a Turkish man, becoming a stepmother to a daughter who was only a few years younger than her. It's very well written. She's pretty captivating when she writes, but that's not what she's really writing about. That's the beginning, and that's the backstory of what she's talking about. What she's actually talking about is how she overcame depression and PTSD, which she received from some pretty unusual sources. And even if you haven't dealt with PTSD or depression, if you have struggled with a bit of a negative mindset, this book is really useful. And so she makes the point that she's not a medical professional. She's not giving you medical advice, but she is explaining some of the steps that she took that worked for her, which are brilliant. And whether you struggle with a negative mindset or depression, or you know somebody else who does, the practical guidance in this book will be useful to you. And I particularly like how she's been very open and very honest and very wanting to help other people in a similar situation. And now she actually Jo coaches other people in their businesses. How cool is that? She's gone from a very dark place to using that, and she calls it Pink Wise, which you can't steal because she's got it registered as a trademark. She calls it a Pink Wise system. And in her book, she's got this little, I love this little infographic. And what it says is purpose, energy, profit, and pleasure. And she said that's her guide that she uses for making a decision. So does it align with your purpose? Does it energize you? And then does it either increase your profit or your pleasure? And I think that's a really neat little system to use. Oh, and you can't steal that either. That she's also got registered as a trademark. Okay, so you can't steal that. But clearly when she works with her clients, that's how she helps them make their decisions. And I think this attitude of hers of having some system to work out how to make a decision going forward helped her come out of her dark place. And even if you're not struggling from a negative mindset, sometime in business we're so overwhelmed with all of the options and all of the choices and all of the courses and all of information. This little tip here is worth getting her book. And she's got other really interesting and useful stuff in there, and it's a fun story. It's uplifting. You get to know a bit about her. She's very open about her struggles, and it's my favorite book at the moment, I have to be honest. Thanks, Jo. I really am so pleased you gave it to me. Now, if you would like me to review your book, just message me. Slots are filling up really quickly, so get in soon. I've now got a waiting list for books to review, but that's fine because I just want to share with everybody the amount of talent and stories that are out there that sometimes we might not get to see otherwise. My name is Catherine Warburton, and I am the Legal Lioness.